What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to have a honest discussion with you guys and talk about, is Predator Hunting Grounds still fun? Now, I've made more of these personal kind of videos to you guys before, talking about just my opinion or impressions of the game, and I wanted to do that here as well, honestly. I've had a lot of time to think about this game, and obviously, I was a big supporter of it leading into it, actually, ever since this game got announced. And, I'm really, really excited for the DLC. Now, the DLC, comes out in just a week and 2 days. DLC comes out. We'll be able to play as the Samurai Predator. I'm very excited. I'm going to be giving them my money. I'm going to be purchasing this DLC. But I want to have this talk to you guys, and I also want to hear back from you guys your own personal experiences and what you think about this game. Is the game still fun? So, when this game came out, okay, again, I was very much on board with it. I played it probably nonstop for the first week and a half, 2 weeks. Then I actually moved. I moved states, and that kind of got me out of it. I didn't play it as much. And then as the weeks went on, over the past couple weeks, I would say, I've tried to go back, try to play some old games. I went back and I replayed through all the Uncharted games. I just had the itch to do that. I went back and played The Last of Us to get ready for Last of Us Part 2. And then, over the next couple weeks, in fact, actually, as you guys are seeing this, I'm recording this before The Last of Us Part 2 releases, but as you guys are seeing this, I'm probably, head deep in The Last of Us Part 2. The SpongeBob battle for Bikini Bottom comes out on Tuesday. There's games that are going to be releasing, have already released, are releasing. July, there's going to be games that are releasing. I've gotten out of Predator, and, I've gone back in and played a couple times. I'm trying to get to rank 150. It's going to take me probably a decade to do that. And when I was doing that, it made me think, is this game still fun? I think it's still fun. I would find it extremely hard, and I'm not going to lie to you, so I'm not going to do that. I'd find it next to impossible to say that it's as fun as it was day one. Now, is any game going to be as fun as it was when you first picked it up? No. But I feel like the problems with this game, the problems that we've talked about time and time again, I know people may be getting tired of it. I know people just don't agree with some of the things I've said, and I get it. I mean, I think, honestly, out there are two kinds of Predator people. There's people that have a lot of negative things to say about this game, and then there's the die-hard supporters. Now, yes, there are more people than that, but I feel like when I make videos, I get one of the two. I get people that agree with me that say, hey, yeah, there are a lot of problems with this game. I guess we can still like the game. Just because we find a lot of problems with them doesn't mean that we can, that we don't actually enjoy the game. But then there's people that say that, no, I mean, nothing's wrong with this game. The game's perfect, all that stuff. It makes it tough to honestly talk about things like this, like what I'm talking about right now. It makes it tough to talk about it, but at the end of the day, I want to hammer it home that I think the problems that are still haunting this game are becoming more of a problem. Specifically, I guess, I can only talk about myself, right? But specifically to me, they're becoming more and more of a problem. When you have other games, even when I've gone back and played other games, playing new games, all this different kind of stuff, and then you jump into Predator, the game is it keeps repeating itself. And I do like that they're adding the Predators, right? I think that does definitely help the game. At the same time, it does actually add a problem that a lot of you guys have said, and I didn't realize it when talking about it, but now that you guys have said it, now I've experienced it, I get it. You know what? It kind of actually hurt the game a little bit, because now wait times for the Predator continue to skyrocket. That if you want to play as the Predator, you're going to have to wait. Again, we're back to the 6, 7, 8 minutes to wait for it. I feel like it only was below 4 minutes for like a week. Like a hot second. You ever heard that line? For like a hot second, and that's it. That's as long as you were able to play as the Predator, get into a match in under 4 minutes. Everything besides then, it's still, and right now it's back, and that's that's because we're getting new Predators. When the Samurai Predator comes out, God help that loading time, because if you're going to want to play as the Samurai Predator, again, good luck to you, and good luck to me, because it'll probably take 10, 15 minutes to get into a match, and that sucks. That really sucks. The biggest thing to me when I talk about, is this game still fun anymore, really comes to, again, it's the same repetitiveness over and over again. I think a lot of that has to do with the map. Predators, yes, and giving us new perks, giving us new weapons, giving us new gear, all that stuff. I do think that would actually help. I think new ways of being able to handle the Predator and new ways of the Predator being able to attack us, I do think that would definitely shake things up a bit, but it really comes down to the basis of this game, that the objective things are getting old. The I guess the limited amounts of ways that people are able to go about things as a fire team and as the Predator are getting old. And the maps, the freaking maps. We need more than 3. I mean, I don't know how many times I need to say that. I don't know how many times anybody needs to say that. And I really don't know how you can defend them for only having 3 maps at launch. I really think that's just absolutely a joke. That's not something that they should have had, and that's something that they should have, fixed by now. And just, again, the more I look at it, even Angry Joe did a review of this game, which I do want to kind of talk about, his points. I was going to do that for a fun video. Maybe I still will sometime this week. We'll kind of react to it. But he said it too, and he does make that is a good point. I mean, there's just really, in my opinion, no way of arguing it. The lack of maps, the lack of diversity, honestly, in that way, hurts this game a ton. There's not a lot to do in this game, and it's the same thing over and over and over. And I don't know. You look at a game like Dead by Daylight, even if you look at like Friday the 13th, I feel like there's something with those games that allow it to be something special and last a little longer than Predator. For whatever reason, for Predator, I already feel like I'm literally doing the exact same thing over and over. And again, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be, because that's just how any game like this works. Like, they can't constantly be changing it. But I just feel like, the basis of this game, it's solid, but it's not solid enough to keep it around for more than 3, 4, 5 months, especially with what's given. Without those additional things that, again, shake up how you play this game as the fire team, as the Predator, playing them on the maps with the objectives, all this stuff, what they've given us is not enough to last a very long time. And honestly, I was very positive on the DLC, right? We made the video talking about my thoughts on the June DLC. I know I was very positive on it, and I did say, I think it is going to help the game. But again, it's not going to address the major issues. I think that is still extremely true, and I feel that even more, but I'm actually a little bit more focusing on the negative aspect of it, that, yeah, it helps, but it's just not what we need. Like, giving us Predators is good and will be fun, and even, I will say this, playing as the Predator will be different and will be fun, especially when the Samurai Predator, especially as people get to 150, but it takes a while to get to 150, okay? It takes a while to level up. You don't level up all that much as the fire team. You know who you do level up as fast, though? Is the Predator. Do you know how long it takes you to get into Predator matches, though? It'll take you forever, and that is another problem as well, is you don't level up very fast as the fire team. You level up fast as the Predator, and the Predator, it takes forever to get into a match. So that's something, again, kind of haunting this game overall. And I don't know. I think, again, these new Predators, the Predator, the Elder Predator that you get when you get to 150, and then obviously the Samurai Predator that you'll have to pay for, they will change this game up. They will make it better. They will improve it. But at the same time, I don't know if it's actually going to do even its own job, because everybody's going to want to play as them. There's going to be even less people playing as the fire team. The game still doesn't drastically change. I guess it maybe would change a little bit, because new Predator, new way of playing, new weapon, right? So, I mean, it will spice things up a little bit, but just like all the other things, it will get old. It will run stale. The things they need the most, I think, are to change up those objectives and get us a new map. A new map really would, I think, fix a lot of things, because, yes, it would only be one new map, but at least they would then bring it up to 4. At least when you get into this new map, for a while, it's a brand new area. It needs, and by the way, it needs to be completely, don't put it in the jungle, right? It needs to be completely different from what we've already gotten, so it just feels really, really fresh, really, really new, a completely new batch of objectives to do there. That would really help this game, I think. I think that would definitely help this game stay around for a little while longer. Until then, though, I will be honest, I mean, I'm having less and less fun every time I play this. Maybe playing it with your friends, that can still be fun. I think when I get into matches, I don't know, even myself, and I can blame myself for this, like even myself, I'm playing it the same way. When I'm the Predator, I'm still trying to take out the fire team in the same kind of ways. I don't really try to make things different. As the fire team, you still end up playing with people that leave you or go their own way or get picked off really easily. I mean, you do have those, or you have matches where the Predator just isn't very smart, comes down, you destroy them pretty quickly. You know what I mean? It's just, you kind of end up redoing the same thing. Like, there's only a couple different ways matches can go, and you keep experiencing them over and over and over again, and then the fun just continues to diminish. I really don't think there's any way of saying that. I don't think anybody can say they're having more fun or even as fun as they were when this game came out. I really think it's hard to say something like that. So I don't think it's unfair. I don't think I'm bashing the game too hard. I want, again, as I've always said, I just want what's best for the game. I want the game to be really good and to continue to improve. And right now, it's not really doing that. It's very much staying stale. And because of that, I think it's getting worse, which is not what we want. It's what I talked about could very well happen. And I feel like I'm getting more and more right as the days progress. So, guys, let me know. This is definitely a opinion kind of video. And with these kind of things, I definitely want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Are you guys having less and less fun with this game? What do you think it needs to do to bring you back into it, let's say? Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed and have that bell icon turned on. There'll definitely be more Predator videos. I'm not done with this game just yet. We'll be live streaming the new DLC. How much I'm going to be able to play as that Predator in that live stream? Probably very, very little. In fact, I'll probably only play as the fire team. So there's going to be more videos. Definitely, I'll be talking about the Samurai Predator. We'll be making videos on that. We'll talk about the July DLC, the August DLC, the June DLC too, obviously. But we'll be supporting this game. I'll be supporting this game as long as this game is still limping around, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.